Wayfarer is rated MA-17 for fantasy and medieval violence, depictions of blood and gore, death, explicit language, sexually suggestive themes, and drug and alcohol use. Player discretion is advised. Keep that in mind, people. Yeah, you whisper. You heave yourself over the ledge and drop onto the road. Frozen mud crunches beneath your feet as you land on the path. Aaron follows, keeping close. The lands are beyond dangerous, traveler, a voice young and unsteady says. Go back to Trost. Said, do the former, certainly, considering it's common knowledge, Senric growls. To the latter, unlikely. Wasting my time is a waste of yours. Let me through. You have a pass? Say what now? You crouch down and quietly move around the side of the cart. Two lanterns are propped up on the driver's box. Cedric sits in the driver's seat, clutching the reins in his gloved hands. A thick wool blanket covering his lap. He stares ahead, glaring at the two sentries standing in front of the horse, spears clutched in their hands. Though they are cloaked in heavy winter gear, you can make out a flash of armor beneath the furs and wool. An unfamiliar gold insignia embroiders the patches placed on their right shoulders. You squint, trying to figure out what it is. Bird of some kind? The road ahead is barricaded. A dilapidated banner is erected just off the road, its dark flag flapping loosely in the wind. Further away, tucked between two large snow drifts, is a short, squat lodge. It is well lit, with a flickering lamp in its windows, and lanterns hung from the brackets along the wall. Like most lights conjured by magic, the light is bright and cold, very different from the natural warmth of the fire in Senric's lamps. Rows of icicles cling to the eaves, peeking off peeking off from under a foot of snow. Pass, the sentry on the right insists, though he is particularly obscured by a giant scarf and fur-lined cap. You can make out a pale face and a wispy beard beneath. He grips his spear and grinds the end back and forth into the snow. 200 years, and I've never needed a bloody pass, Senator grunts. Since when did the Earthian Empire man checkpoints in the Earthian wilderness? So this is an imperial highway, sir. The sentry on the left replies, with all the grace of someone reciting a script. She holds her arms stiffly at her sides, brown eyes fixed on Senric. Highway to where, exactly? Trust is the last settlement on the road. Regardless of what lies beyond the road itself, by virtue of treaties, the highway are imperial land. Though she maintains an official tone, she can't quite hold of her in the anxiety in her voice. Words! Senric groans. I'm not here to argue semantics. You want to pass? Here's my pass. He stands abruptly, throwing the blanket and draws his sword. The water blade shines white in the lantern light. The soldier on the right hisses and drops into a defensive stance, pointing her spear at Senric. Her companion stares blankly at Senric on to her, and back again. He leans heavily onto his spear, driving the end further into the snow. Marcella, he says cautiously. Is he is he threatening us? I don't know, Bernard, she hisses back. What do you think? Maybe we should let him through. Don't be an idiot. Enough! Senric snaps. Clearly some imperial fool ordered you here without education about the surrounding area. While the nosy side of me wonders what the hell you did to deserve such a forsaken post, I don't care enough to find out. You should know the spire, the headquarters of the Wayfarer Order, lies in the mountains beyond. He sighs and sheaths his sword. I am returning home, imperial blockade or not. This isn't a blockade, Marcella sputters. Cedric ignores her and picks up the reins, ready to urge his horse forward. This is a... An unearthly howl rips through the air. Marcella spins around, clutching her spear. Bernard raises his head, looking to and fro as he desperately traces the source of the sound. The howl echoes through the valley a second time. "What is that?" he asks shakily.